What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's up, folks? Man, I'm over here delivering some pallets right now, and my client is on lunch, so I figured I'd go live right quick. So I'm not driving, man, just chilling outside at the moment. As y'all can see right here, hopefully y'all can see that. Got some pallets, got some custom pallets on the truck right now. So I got some time, man. So if y'all got any questions about the pallet business, I got about 30 minutes. Just ask, you know what I'm saying, any type of question that y'all have, and I'll definitely answer your questions for you. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope y'all had a great Easter with your family, Passover, Resurrection Sunday, whatever it is that you guys celebrate. I hope that y'all had a good time and was able to kick it with the fam and enjoy yourselves. And you know what I'm saying, most importantly, I hope y'all were able to recognize, if you are a Christian, you know what I'm saying, the importance of this particular weekend or the holiday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but man, it's a nice day out in Atlanta. I'm riding around, making a little bit of money. This order that I got on my truck, I'm gonna make about $1,000 today just off of this one order on this truck. It took me a couple hours to go ahead and knock this out. And once they get back from lunch, they're gonna unload me. And then, yeah, Glass City. Man, I haven't been on live in a minute, man. I just had a baby girl, so she been keeping me busy, man. I've been tired. But yeah, so if you got any questions, man, ask questions. But yeah, man, so they're gonna unload this in about 30 minutes and make a quick 1,000. And I gotta run down to another vendor and I gotta pick up some pallets for order that I need to complete from last week, and I gotta pick up some boards to use in my warehouse because we do refurbish pallets as well. So man, I went had a good call last night with a couple of my guys in my Pallet Pros Academy group. Every third Sunday of every month we go live, and we had a new guy in there by the name of Julius, who him and his brother got into the course, and they're taking the information and they're applying it, and I believe they're gonna do great going forward. So we had a call last night, man, and we just talking about mindset was like the biggest point of that conversation last night. And one thing I want to touch on with my man Julius and his brother was, before they started getting into the pallet business, they had another business where they used to do like courier services and stuff like that. And this man was telling me when they was doing that, they would go out of state and whatnot, and they was sleeping in their van and, you know, just getting to the money, man, just really pursuing it. And so they was just really pursuing it. And one thing that stuck with me, man, was these guys said that they used to sleep in their van. And for whatever reason, that business kind of, you know, fell out, didn't work. But my man is switching over to the pallet business. And one thing that stuck with me was he said that they used to sleep in their van, right? And when you are the type of individual where you getting out and you getting it, and you sleeping in your van, you know what I'm saying? When you come over to this pallet business, you gonna make it, because if you willing to sleep in your van to you know what I'm saying, for your business, then anything that you gonna be faced with in this pallet business, you gonna be able to handle. So Julius and his brother, they gonna do really, really well, you know, going forward. And so, you know, just talking about mindset, there's going to be challenges at every single step. I face challenges right now at the level I'm at. When I very first started, I faced challenges. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to tell y'all, man, Glass City, man, hit me in the DM, brother, and we can get you going, man. But one thing I want to tell you, man, is my wife and I, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year in August. And prior to that, man, we had been trying to have a child, man, for 10 years, man. 10 years we was working on trying to have a baby. And, you know, God answered our prayers. Last year, we got the word that she was pregnant, right? And I'm saying this to say that, man, challenges are going to happen at every single step in life as well as in business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times I don't really like to talk about necessarily my personal things that I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep stuff like just strictly business when it comes to this platform when I go live. But I understand that, you know, the reason that some people are here is because they find me relatable, whether I'm like an uncle or a brother or just a good friend or whatever it is that they like about me. So I want to give y'all a little bit more insight into my life. You know what I'm saying? But I face challenges too. And life often mirrors business. You know what I'm saying? There's no entrepreneur out there that got into business and things just happened for them magically. You know what I'm saying? Easy. They had to put hard work in. They faced a lot of adversity. You know what I'm saying? They faced the ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that stuck with it, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that are successful today. And they also had they just stuck with it, and they had things kind of fall into their favor. They had opportunities, but those opportunities came about because they was consistent and persistent, and they stayed on their course and what it was that they had to do. So this pallet business, man, I get on these lives, my whole channel, everything I do is to try to help people, you know, to have other avenues to make money and be your own boss. But all I can do is provide the information to you so you don't run into the same problems that I ran into when I first started. But at the same time, you still got to be the one to do the work. You know, you're still the one that has to have a winner's mindset and keep going forward. I'm going to give you the game. You know what I'm saying? You can join my academy, and we can provide that information there for you. You can look at my YouTube, which has a lot of free information. You can even watch these lives here and go through my content. You can even go to my business page, Pallet Pros GA, and see me actually in action with the stuff with my deliveries and my local business. You can see that I'm local. I'm just not somebody that's sitting behind the camera telling you about how to do this business. And I'm just like a coach or something. I'm physically out here every single day, Monday through Friday, doing the work. But anyway, I provide you with the information and the keys to be able to be successful, but you got to be able to want to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's something to be said about like setting out a goal and accomplishing your goal and doing it yourself versus having somebody give it to you. There's no shortcuts in this. You know what I'm saying? There's no shortcuts at all. So, you know, keep on pushing, man. I definitely want to tell y'all that if y'all interested in learning about this business, if you're really trying to do something with this, then, you know what I'm saying, definitely tap in, shoot me a DM, and we can go forward, because, man, it's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? People getting laid off, companies ain't paying, inflation is high, and this is a low-tech like job to get into. It's not sexy at all. You know what I'm saying? But man, this damn thing is foolproof. I'm telling y'all, as long as products and stuff is still moving in this country, in the world, you're always going to have an opportunity to move pallets. And it's not even just pallets, it's other warehouse material that customers don't need anymore, that they need to get rid of. So I'll give you how this business goes in a nutshell. So warehouses, there's a lot of warehouses that receive products, right? They don't ship at all. They don't ship anything out. but they do a lot of receiving, right? And the products that they receive come in on pallets. They might come in on a pallet, they might come in on a crate, they might come in on a barrel. Whatever it is, that particular product is coming into that business. Well, that business, because they don't ship anything out, what happens is they end up having a surplus of pallets inside their warehouse, but they don't know what to do with it. So it ends up taking up space in the warehouse, or it ends up taking up space out back. Where you come in is you come in and you offer a solution to those businesses, and you say, okay, hey, I can get rid of that material, but instead of you taking that material to the dump, you basically take that material and you resell it to somebody else that can use it. And that is basically this business in a nutshell. That's how it works. Y'all have heard the term another man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, this is how this business works. You're taking somebody's trash out their warehouse and you're taking it and reselling it to another business for good money. You know what I'm saying? For great money. And you just build a client base around that, and you basically are a middleman. And then eventually what you can do is you can stay at that level, you know what I'm saying? Or you can do something like what I'm doing and you start to scale up. So at this point, I still do a little bit of middleman stuff where I pick stuff up, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, what I do now is I have contractors that I have build pallets for me, and I just really deliver them. So just like, for instance, this load right here that I got on my truck, right there, right? I had somebody build those pallets for me. You know what I'm saying? They built them for me. And well, I had a customer one of my regulars put an order in. I had my contractor who I developed a relationship with build the pallets for me. All I did was go pick them up, and I'm delivering them to my client. Man, I make $1,000 off of that. I literally this morning went to my truck, hopped in my truck, drove to my contractor, picked these pallets up, and I delivered them to the client right now. And this is probably taking me, because I gotta wait because they're on lunch. But if you just take out the fact that I'm waiting for them to come back, the overall trip time is probably like 2 hours worth of time. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make $1,000 in 2 hours. Now I can be done for the day if I want to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't leave the house until damn near 10 o'clock because, like I said, I got a baby girl, a newborn. So I had to feed her, change her, make sure she was good, make sure my wife was good before I left the house. So, yeah, I got up around 8:30, left the house around 9:30, got to my truck at 10, drove down to the client. That was 11. They loaded me up. It took them 45 minutes to load me up. We sat there and talked for a second. I paid the man, and then I came to my client. And I could be done for the day. But, you know what I'm saying? I got some other stuff I want to go ahead and knock out because I'm thinking about taking a day off this week so I can spend some time with my wife and my baby girl. You know what I mean? So this job, once you scale it up to a point, man, it offers you some like real flexibility. You know what I mean? I think on a slow week for me, man, I probably net like $5,000 at this point. You know what I mean? But even when I started, very first I was starting, man, per week I was making like $1,000 a week, $1,500 a week net. I mean, it's just like that, you know. So if y'all got any type of questions, man, anybody that's on this, if y'all got any questions, let me know. I got about 10 more minutes before I get off, so please ask questions. What state am I in? I'm in Georgia. Specifically, I'm in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. This can work anywhere in the world. This can definitely work anywhere in the world. If you are around any type of manufacturing, like warehouse district and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely get into this. Is there a market in why? Of course. Man, I was just in New York in December, man. I saw pallet yards, not pallet yards. I saw people with pallets, bro, on the back of their truck driving through them New York cities. Matter of fact, I was in Manhattan when I was out there. But yeah, there's pallet yards in New York. So if I were you, just Google like pallet yards near me or something like that, and stop to a local pallet yard. But I definitely know of guys that are doing business out in New York, New Jersey. Do I know anything about the Ohio market? I don't know anything specifically about the Ohio market, but what I'm saying is this business can work anywhere. So what I would do if I were y'all is right now just Google like distribution center near me, right? Once you find a distribution center, just go out there and drive over there. And if you see pallets stacked up in the back of businesses, then there's a market for that. For the guy that's in New York, it might be a little bit different depending on what borough that you're in. Because I know space is limited in NY, so you might not have the ability to see a lot because people might have to keep stuff in the inside there. But you got to think about it, man. All those businesses that in those alleys in the back, they got pallets and they got product coming in. So there's definitely opportunity regardless of what market that you're in. This is global, y'all. This is just not Atlanta or anywhere. If companies are receiving product and shipping product out, there's going to be a market for pallets. And also what I said, don't forget, it's not just about pallets. You know what I'm saying? You might find that people need to get rid of cardboard. You can sell cardboard. They might need to get rid of drums, like metal drums. You can resell metal drums. It's basically taking anything that a business needs to get rid of that's gently used that can be resold. And so like Facebook and stuff with your best friend, you just go in there, you take a picture of the stuff that they have, put it on Facebook, and you might have a buyer, but you just got to build it up. It really to test your market out too is just go knock on doors and build up a customer base. So yeah, that's what I would definitely do. Any other questions? Do you pay them for taking these products? No, I don't. When I first started out and I didn't know what I was doing, some of the stuff I did pay for. But that's why you have me here telling you that you don't have to pay for a lot of that stuff. It just depends, right, on what it is that they're getting rid of. It just depends on what they're getting rid of and what you can resell it for, right? Give me some specifics in terms of what you think I'll need to pay for. I charge people to remove stuff at this point. When I very first started, I did used to pay for pallets because I didn't know any better. But now I charge to remove because my time is valuable at this point. And that's what I stress to all y'all. If you're going to go in there, no, I don't pay for pallets any longer. I used to, however. Yeah, I don't. All right, man, this company just opened back up, so I'm gonna hop off in a second. But no, I don't pay for pallets any longer. Matter of fact, I charge people to remove pallets off their property because a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna get when it comes to the pallets. Sometimes they can be a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna get, so I just started charging people. Do I face a lot of buyers turning you away because they already have a supplier? Of course. Yeah. But the way you handle that is you ask a few qualifying or leading questions. You ask them how consistent is their supplier? You know, what price are they charging? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times what they'll tell you is, damn, man, my supplier isn't that consistent. Or it's always problems with this guy. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make it as easy as possible when dealing with clients. I have multiple ways to contact me. They can email me, they can text me, they can call me directly. And then ultimately, if they just don't want to go with me, I tell them thank you, and I leave them a business card. And guess what? They end up calling me back anyway. Do I resell all the pallets, good or bad? Yes and no. So the bad pallets, what we do is we refurbish them. And so we'll build them up. I have somebody that works for me that refurbishes my pallets for me. It will turn the bad ones into a good one, and then resell it. And if it's complete trash, then I'll either take it to the dump, or I'll have a guy that will actually buy the pallets from me. But he doesn't pay a lot for those. He'll pay like the really bad ones. He'll pay like 50 cents a pallet because he just needs the wood to do it. So I have multiple options in getting rid of my pallets. Dumping pallets is the very last worst case scenario. I try not to dump anything, but every once in a while I do have to dump. But probably 90% of my inventory I'm making money off of in some form or fashion. I'm either reselling it, I'm either taking it from a client and it's already good and I'm able to resell it, or if it needs to be repaired, I'll take it to my warehouse and repair it, or I'll sell the complete scrap to somebody that I know for really, really low, or if it's just trash, and I have to dump it into the dumpster. But I make a dumpster maybe like once a month. I might pay about $100, $200 to dump it. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off this live. I appreciate the feedback from here. If y'all interested, want to learn more, hit me up in the DM, and we can go from there. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.